Nalcott used to be a peaceful place. One day, the starfall happened, and all hell broke loose on Earth. Strange creatures emerged from, well, who knows where. Humanity met its end. But as always, some survived. This is the story of one of those survivors who got caught up in it all, told firsthand by the man himself. I was just a simple farmhand when it all went down. I worked the fields of the Sutherland family orchard, and then the gates of hell opened up. I don't remember much after the bright lights in the sky, but I woke up in a lab where zombies, I guess, had taken over. I killed a few and made my escape. I didn't know what to do, so I made my way back to the farm where those horrible creatures had taken over. The next thing I thought to do was head back to the church and ask the pastor what was going on, but he wasn't there. The gates of hell had opened up here as well. It was clear what I needed to do: fight or die. So I took my crossbow that I used to hunt game with, and I gave it to that big son of a bitch. It was a tough fight, but I came out on top. Next thing you know, I'm meeting all these survivors and they giving me advice on weapons and armor and something called a build. Well, I bought into this little game and soon discovered the shrapnel rifle. It was good. There were many challenges to overcome if I was to help close the gates of hell again. The first was the hunter. He was a big, mean son of a bitch. But I had to step into that ring. If not me, then who? You see, I discovered that I was what some folks call a mayfly. And it's not like there are hundreds of thousands of those around. As far as I could tell, I was the only one. So I had to do it. This thing was evil, and the fight was hard. But I took him down in the end, him and his little cronies. I made a friend too. I made many friends on my journey, mostly not of the human kind. Next, I had to help some folks with a root problem. It went something like this tree had roots that was pushing up the neighbor's pool or something. I don't remember. So I went in there and I gave that tree a good walloping. I'd even forgot to equip my shrapnel mod on my gun. Better not do that again. Life is cheap out here. Next thing was some giant spider was making a fuss. Now I don't know about you, but I don't like spiders. This thing was big and mean and he had lots of help. But in the end, I came out on top, as I always seem to do. Doesn't mean this thing didn't give me the heebie-jeebies. Then some folks told me about this giant hound that was ill-mannered, tended to eat people and such. So I moseyed on over and gave that hound the walloping it deserved as well. Finally, there was the big, mean boss man. He was nothing like I'd ever faced before. I died a few times, but I always come back somehow. And in the end, as usual, I was there to send this thing back to the abyss as well. And that was it, I thought. Job done, right? Can get back to me fishing. But one more challenge lay ahead. And it was a challenge I couldn't get through. I tried again and again, but I always came up short. These labs, they were something else. So I had to bring some friends along, and we managed. But I wasn't happy. I wanted to take that place all on my own. But I couldn't, see? I think I'd outgrown the shrapnel rifle at this point. It was time to try something else. I'd been hearing a lot about this power surge build, so I looked into it, and I liked it. I didn't like the purple gun. Not a very manly color, you know. So I used some stickers and got that color changed real fast. Finally, it was time for my final piece. Live or die, this would be it. It was a tough fight, no doubt. Had to fight something called Dr. Mannheim. Had to kill these things and get their elements into these tanks. But I managed, and I took them down in the end. Then there were these cronies that guarded Eve, who was the big bad boss lady. They weren't much to deal with, but her closest followers, the ones in the chamber, they were something else. Real tough, see, and there were a lot of them. I kept fighting though. I wouldn't give up, not this time. And in the end, can you guess what happened? That's right, I got my way. I crushed that evil boss lady once and for all. And that's it, I guess. What's next? I don't know. But I've done all I needed to do here. I might do some fishing. I might watch the still frame TV while enjoying a cold one. I might tend to my fish or even play the piano. You know what? Maybe the piano is better left to Rebecca, another friend I made along the way. But there is one thing. They're calling it PvP, whatever the sod that means. Well, I'm always up for a challenge. My new base is already prototyped, so let's see how this goes. At least there's something more to live for. Till next time, folks, I'll be seeing you on the battlefields. And there you have it, folks. The Ballad of Rob Dawson, told by the man himself. Once Human is an amazing game, and if you're creative enough, there are many stories to be told in this universe. I'd love to hear your stories in future, so go on and tell them. Like I said in my Rob Dawson voice, which is a terrible southern accent, I'm sorry. I'll see you on the battlefield. Let's get our PvP on. The PvP server runs from the 26th of September and it lasts for just 19 days. Thereafter, the new PvE scenario will start. So we might as well enjoy some PvP while we all wait patiently. So until next time, stay safe, stay free, and always have fun.